Delaware County's only live television newscast from Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom. You're watching NewsLink Indiana Midday.
Welcome to NewsLink Indiana Midday. I'm Alana Gaither. Two former Cardinals look to compete in the Super Bowl this Sunday. Although they've always played on the opposite side of the field, sharing a locker room is no new experience. Now, the current Chiefs athletes Carson Steele and Nick Jones, this team chemistry started as a junior leader and a promising freshman in the Cardinal locker room. NewsLink Indiana's Max Robson got to see this chemistry in a NewsLink Indiana exclusive with the two athletes.
Having a mentor and the leader is important for the growth of any athlete. And for running back Carson Steele, Nick Jones was the first leader that he had in the Cardinal locker room.
Coming in my freshman year at Ball State, freaked out, didn't know what to do. And, he was kind of, our big leader. And, he really helped me to, just like it was every other football game, that you've played your whole life.
And as that locker room leader, Jones saw Steele's skill set and potential far before the NFL debut.
Love it, man. Guys don't understand how, young he was when he came in. I got to see that raw, unadjusted, pretty much still high school version, Carson Steele, before, the business comes in and it changes a little bit when you're in the NFL. I got to see that version of him, and he got to see, the college version of me. I was, the old head, the guy, the leader. So it was a great dynamic. I love that guy. Everybody knows what he did when he was in the MAC. He was one of those guys you was just happy to have on your team and not go against him.
And after a year apart, the two have finally reunited in Kansas City, being able to create new memories as well as reminiscing on the old ones together.
It's so special to me. A lot of people don't realize, Nick Jones was kind of our leader when I, came into Ball State. And, so being able to learn with him, work with him, play football, stuff like that, being able to grow a relationship with him, and now, playing professional football with him too. Just been an amazing experience. It's really cool to have somebody, kind of tag along with you through the way.
I think it's so cool that we get to, we have our insiders and we have those flashbacks, man, those remember wins, when we around here, and we can just, think about the good old days while experiencing something that's special. Like you said, not a lot of guys get to experience this. So it's definitely a badge of honor for us.
As these former Cardinals soar to new heights in the NFL, they have a chance to share many unique opportunities and experiences, including the fight for the Lombardi against the Eagles. In Muncie, Max Robson.
Yeah, chirp.
NewsLink, Indiana.
To watch these former Cardinals compete in the big game, tune in to Fox Live at 6:30 Eastern Time on Sunday. In Winchester, people are coming together to share their experiences and find support in their community. The group is welcoming all kinds of needs for support, such as addiction, mental health, disorder eating, handling grief, and more. Taz Miller, the group organizer, shares his experience with addiction support and what led him to create this group.
All the places that I've been since I got sober, like Anderson, everywhere, they all have this really big recovery or support community. Everywhere I've been has all these meetings and everything, and I came back here and it's like there's nothing. And it just it's kind of sad.
They plan to continue meeting each week and progress towards some event planning as well. If you're looking for a support group like this, join them from 6 to 7 p.m. at the First Presbyterian Church in Winchester. Everyone is welcome. This Saturday, Ball State's Dance Marathon will kick off raising money for Riley Children's Hospital patients. NewsLink Indiana's Aaliyah Smith reports it's an annual event with new hopes.
Ball State University Dance Marathon has raised more than $5.3 million for Riley Children's Hospital since 2008. Nursing major Lindsay Burning graduates in May and will leave her 4-year legacy of being involved with the event behind her. She feels this year will be the best because more people will be able to pitch in. That's because fewer people could take part during the COVID years. She expects more Riley kids and Ball State students to participate.
It's a lot more diverse. It was diverse before COVID as well, but since it kind of threw the world in just a crazy thing, so now we're trying to rebuild our dance marathon, but now we have so many student organizations, we have sororities, fraternities, different clubs and stuff that are involved in dance marathon now, so.
BSU DM partners with other Ball State clubs and organizations. Many fraternities and sororities get involved to help raise money for Riley. With more people, there will be more events. Zoe Pierce, a junior in charge of BSU DM content, says there will be theme rooms this year. One is a mental health room and one is a room for Riley families.
We're going to have a mental health room for people if they need to take a break and relax in. We're going to have one of those set up in the rec center, which is something we've never offered before, as well as we're going to have a room for our Riley families to relax in if they need, and that's going to be a themed room as well, which is super exciting. That's why we have these beanbag chairs, is for our mental health room. And that's something that we've never offered in the past that we're offering this year that all of us are super excited about.
Dance Marathon members say that they're excited for this event, and it's more about the smiles, and the money is just a plus. In Muncie, Aaliyah Smith, NewsLink, Indiana.
The Ball State University Dance Marathon takes place at the Joanne Gore Rec Center Saturday starting at noon. Admission is free and you can register on their website at bsudm.org. They will release the amount of money raised after the event. A wide-reaching storm hit the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast Thursday. It forced water rescues, knocked out power to tens of thousands, and made travel hazardous. All of that was a preview of the intense winter storm activity still yet to come this month. At least 2 other storms are expected into next week. Thursday's storm prompted flash flood emergencies in parts of Kentucky and West Virginia, where there were at least 20 water rescues. In Tennessee, there were reports of a possible tornado. Meanwhile, an icy mist stretched from central Virginia into upstate New York and parts of New England Thursday. That made these down trees and power lines as well as dangerous travel conditions. Now let's take a look at today's NewsLink Indiana weather. These are the conditions right now. It's 29 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. You can expect a lot of clouds today with a cool high in the mid-30s. You should not expect any heat waves in the 7-day forecast. High temperatures will be stuck mostly in the 30s, and there is a good chance of rain tomorrow. An investigation is underway after 2 religious institutions in San Diego were vandalized Thursday. This marks the second time the 2 worship sites were vandalized in a week. Madison Wheel reports.
Community members here in Bankers Hill disappointed that this has happened again. Right now we're just outside of St. Paul's Episcopal Cathedral. This is just a 5-minute walk away from the other vandalized location, or Shalom Synagogue. It looks like both were similarly targeted. We saw black spray painted graffiti on both properties. At the synagogue, you can see the words Lebanon and Gaza spray painted on the sides of their building. And here at the church, we could see some profanity and other hateful messaging. Remember, this is the second time now this has happened at both of these properties. Our team was out here in Bankers Hill just 1 week ago after they were both similarly tagged. We just spoke with a representative here at St. Paul's.
We're sad and disappointed, but at the same time, we're called to forgiveness, and we're praying for whoever this is, just as we would anybody else.
We also reached out to SDPD. They tell us the Criminal Intelligence Hate Crimes Unit is actively working both cases. In a statement, they told us in part, the San Diego Police Department understands the significant impact these crimes have on the community, and we are committed to doing everything possible to hold the individual who committed these crimes accountable.
No further details about the investigation are available at this time. The Milwaukee County Zoo closed its aviary Thursday as a precaution. Zoo officials say they are concerned about the possible spread of bird flu. This comes after dead birds washed up on the shores of Lake Michigan in Illinois and Wisconsin.
We kind of want to err on the side of caution, and better to close the aviary now with these suspicious cases than wait for a confirmed positive, because by then it might be too late and it might already be up here.
Some of the birds display symptoms of bird flu. State officials are testing samples to confirm. The aviary is home to hundreds of birds, including some endangered species. And that's your NewsLink webcast for today. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to join us tonight at 6:57 on Ball State PBS. And for news anywhere, anytime, go to ballstatedaily.com.